Isaac Clarke. I'm going to show you some images and I want you to tell me about them.
It was just a short blip. There's so much shit in my head. What in the Southwest?
Where are you going? It's not over between us. You can't run forever.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? Priest here with the Denim 13 Gaming, and we are back. Dead Space 2 Zealot difficulty, and we are now in Chapter 2. Congratulations, you survived Chapter 1. Long way to go yet. Now here at the beginning of Chapter 2, you're going to see your first encounter with the bench. So let's talk about the bench for a minute. The bench is used to assign power nodes to equipment and weapons. Now, your stasis module is vital. You want stasis charge and duration more than anything. Your rig, obviously, you want HP, damage. Those are your primary concerns. The air is a waste of time. Most of the areas, most of the 002 environments that you encounter all have O2 recharge stations nearby, or they don't take very long to get through. So don't waste power nodes on air. Now let's jump into the store real quick and slip on a new rig. Oh, choices, choices, choices. Let's go with this one. Now, when I played hardcore difficulty for my very first time, this is actually where I made my first save. A little bit risky, I know, saving so early in the game, but the reason I did it was it's very disheartening if you die and you have to go back and watch the opening cutscene. You have to go through the straitjacket bullshit again. You have to get your stasis, your kinesis. It's really draining. I did die a couple times being stupid, and it really got old fast, which is why I chose to save my game here. And then after this, I believe I played to Chapter 8, and then I believe I made my final save at Chapter 12 or 13, and then I made the haul to the end of the game from there. Little necromorph on the conveyor belt comes alive. Make sure not to miss these boxes. Right up here to the left, there's going to be a save station, and straight ahead is one of the primary rooms. You open these storage lockers by using a power node. Use one here. Why? Simple. A, there's some logs, semiconductors, and some nice stuff in here, but one item above all others is right there. That is the schematic for the power node. If you don't know what schematics are, you find schematics and then you go to the store. When you go to the store, you will download the schematic to the store, and that will make that item available for purchase at the store. So without that schematic, you won't be buying any power nodes in Dead Space 2. So make sure to grab that schematic. If you wasted all your power nodes, don't worry. There's one right here on the floor. Grab it, go back, get the schematic, and you'll be good to buy power nodes for the rest of the game. Right here, I'm wearing one of the 3 variant vintage suits, or vintage rigs. Now, in the last episode, when we ended, I told you I would talk to you a little bit about the guns. I like to run the Force gun because it has knockback power and a lot of damage to one-shot necromorphs. I like to run the pulse rifle because it's vital. It's fast. It's accurate. The detonator mines are also vital for either making preemptive strikes against enemies who haven't spawned yet. Also setting up a grid to keep yourself safe in environments where you're getting attacked from multiple sides. It's especially useful later on in the game when you start fighting the Stalkers, I believe they are called, which you will see in later episodes. I'm going to be playing around a lot with the detonator mine in this, just so you guys can see a wide variety of things that you can do with it. Now, I dig around in this room a little bit just because I want to show y'all the layout, but if you hang around, this is what happens. This guy comes after you. Right there, I had to waste ammo, and I didn't even really get much, but some money. But also, you have to turn around again, and you waste more ammo on this guy. If you just go ahead and go to the exit door, you can get out of the area. So it's up to you if you feel like wasting a few rounds of ammo for maybe you see I got a medium health pack there and some money. If you think that's worth it, then go for it. And the creepiest thing in Dead Space, right there, the washing machine with the baby crying. Now, I mess around here a little bit with the detonator mines just to show y'all some of the concepts of what you can do, but it also kind of screws me over. There's going to be enemies primarily that drop down. After that guy, they drop down to my right. I believe a puker. Yes, a puker right there. And then they're going to come from ahead of me. I believe there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I'm thinking 6 necromorphs right here. And if you notice with the Force gun, if you it has the potential to kill most normal necromorphs in one shot, which is a big ammo saver on hardcore difficulty. Every enemy is a little bit different. Some of them you have to wait till they're right up point blank. Others react a little bit better if they're a bit farther away. Generally between, I would say, like 5 and 8 feet away from you, maybe even 5 and 10 feet is kind of the sweet spot for the Force gun. Then again, other enemies like Pack and Lurkers and the Necromorph exploding babies later in the game. Those enemies is really effective at a longer range.
Entire sprawl infected? How this happened? The marker was destroyed, Dana. I destroyed it.
You destroyed a...
Welcome to Dead Space 2, otherwise known as a series of elevator rides.
It's powerful alien technology. Tiedemann wants that power. Get to the tram.
Dead Space conveniently hides its loading screens in segments like this. You'll be in an elevator, a little dialogue sequence, or you'll click a door and it'll say stabilizing pressure. All of that is loading screens. And it helps keep the flow of the game. When you're dealing with a game that's supposed to be scary, it's hard to be scary when I knew you were coming, motherfucker. It's hard to be scary if every 10 seconds you have to wait for something to load. It takes you out of the game. So it was very nice that they conveniently hid that, hid all of their loading times between these doors and elevators and whatnot. Boom! Okay, right here, this guy's gonna be alive. Not for long. You got this guy. I hate those guys. After this, you're going to just deal with these little drone guys with the exploding arms. I cannot remember for the life of me what they're called. But again, a little demonstration what you can do with the detonator mine. Sometimes they do just walk by like that. But if you take the time to really think about where to place them, they can come in really handy. But right here, pulse rifle, and make sure this guy, you know he's going to come. These guys are a pain on hardcore. You do not want to get hit. If they get up close, they're going to swing at you. They have the potential to one-shot you. If they don't one-shot you, then they are going to royally drain your health bar. Now, up ahead here, we're in the tram station now. This is another place that you don't want to take too much time unless you decide the items in this room are worth it. There's a few, and then there's going to be a schematic in here, which I will show you guys. But as you see, detonator right there. Boom, dead. Some detonators there, but you also have this guy. There's a couple things. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, right there. And schematic. And I didn't even pay attention, but I think that was the flamethrower schematic. Completely useless. Don't even bother with it unless you're playing on easy or going for an achievement and just want to screw around. Now, you know I have the detonators, you know I have the pulse rifle, you know I have the force gun. My fourth gun slot is really kind of universal. You can use it for whatever. The line gun comes in really handy, but so can the plasma cutter. I honestly, as you see here, I have the contact beam. I really don't care what my third gun is. I don't need it. I use these three guns for everything. The Ripper is also can be useful. Not as useful as it was in the first game. In the first game, the Ripper was very useful. As you notice, I took out the pulse rifle here and made sure I had it out because of the Puker. The Pukers are a pain. They throw them in at very weird times, and they're kind of random sometimes on the best way to kill them. See, I should have switched out to my force gun sooner right there, and I also should not have walked. Remember the Pukers, when you shoot them, the blood on the ground or the vomit on the ground actually burns for a few seconds, so make sure to avoid them for a minute before you walk that way. Now right here, the walls will not hurt you. You can go all the way up against the wall, it will not hurt you. So go all the way to the right, and then go all the way to the left to avoid those doors. Hammer A few times, and we're good to go. Abuse kinesis when picking up objects. It helps a lot. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this about the force gun or not, but those guys right there and the exploding babies, your force gun will not detonate them. It will not make them blow up. So it's one of the little perks of the force gun above other guns. But as I was saying, don't bother shooting any of these enemies. They don't hurt you. Save the ammo. Abuse your kinesis to pick up objects because it saves you from walking around too much. Now, guys, this is going to be the next spot that sucks dick on hardcore difficulty. You notice here I'm trying to set up a little grid to protect me. I get some close calls. This is not a really clear run. When you fall here, there's some spikes. Took out my detonator on that, did not mean to. Those guys right there are the ones you need to watch out for more than anything in this segment. Well, correction, those guys and the guy at the end. But see right there, I didn't finish him off, and I pay for it right here, but thank you, Force Gun. And you're gonna hear, I believe right after, oh no, before this guy, make sure when you hear this guy roar to pull out your pulse rifle. You have a very limited time to shoot him in the glowing yellow shoulders, which are his weak spot. And as long as you hit him, you're good, and you have survived Chapter 2. I will see you guys in Chapter 3. Thanks for watching.